Flavors and Knowledge is a bilingual podcast focusing on gastronomic education in relation to a healthy lifestyle through food first. Our philosophy carries a moral obligation of sharing sensible knowledge to generate social awareness. Podcasts are in English with an accent and Italian.
Welcome back, dear friends. This is Chef Walter and Flavors and Knowledge. The topic today is about ground beef. American families consume a lot of ground beef in such amounts, surpassing the rest of the industrialized nations. From burgers to tacos to chilies and everything else we think of making, ground meat is the main actor. Technically, ground beef is a product with a most 30% fat content from various parts of the cow's body. Most of the ground beef available in stores have all sorts of trimmings, leftover particles from sectioned meat products. When a supermarket pre-cuts, let's say sirloins, the pieces around become ground. Trimmings have fat, and of course lots of it, as you know. Not all of the trimmings are from the same animal, but a blend of the various specimen. Some packages will have a ground chuck, ground steak, ribeye, and so on. Consumer needed to be attentive and carefully select. We don't know if the trimmings are from what the labels promotes. It is a standard practice to mix any types of trimmings and labeling them at wish. The consumer will pay more if the tags say ground chuck or ground shoulder, but still not sure about what percentage. Often it's a marketing strategy. Inspectors monitor stores daily and oversee the grinding process, but not everything is kosher through the blades of a grinder. Personally, I am deadly against pre-ground anything, and never order anything wooded stuffed in a restaurant, unless I know the chef. But that is of course me, and take it for what it's worth. My best advice is to develop a mutual relationship with the butcher at your favorite store. I understand it isn't a simple task, since different shifts will have different employees, but making an effort will secure that you are buying quality and peace of mind. Choose the right cut of meat suited for the recipe you're making. Several cuts may not work well. I'll give you an example in the classic sauce called bolognese. The ratio is 60% ground beef, 20% pork, and 20% veal. They are all ground on the medium hole extruder. Most restaurants, however, use 100% beef, and they think that that's okay because consumers don't question. By looking at the texture of the sauce, you will be able to tell the difference. Often, that ground meat has gone through a small hole extruder. That is not bolognese, ladies and gentlemen, but probably chili meat or a taquito filling. Choose wisely and ask the butcher to grind the piece you select, and then have him add some fat as much as a little as you wish. This practice allows you to have a full control of the texture and of course added security such as possible salmonella or E. coli, protracted from different parts of contaminated animals. You want quality and safety first and foremost. The price should be the same. Stores very rarely charge more for the minute grinding. Opt for the best, and be firm on the request. Always remember, make your food your medicine. Color is also essential when meat is purchased. stored, and cooked. Often an attractive bright color is a consideration for the purchase. But what are the factors that affect the color of the meat and poultry? Myoglobin, a protein, is responsible for the majority of the red color in meat. Myoglobin does not circulate in the blood, but is fixed in the tissue cells and it is purplish in color. When mixed with oxygen, it becomes oxymyoglobin and produces a bright red color. The remaining color comes from hemoglobin, which occurs mainly in the circulating blood, but a small amount could be found in the tissue after slaughter. Color changed by the age of the animal, the species, sex, the diet, and even the exercise that it gets. The meat from older animals will be darker in color because the myoglobin level increases with age. Exercise muscles are always darker in color, which means the same animal can have a variation of color in different tissues. Also, the color of meat can change as it is stored at retail and in your home. When safely stored in the refrigerator or freezer, the color changes are regular for fresh meat and poultry. Well, I hope I was able to at least clear something about ground beef and some of the myths that surround it, especially when it comes to color, especially when it comes to the amount of fat within the grinding meat process. That does it for today. Send us your information if you like to have a topic of choice to be covered. Follow us on YouTube on our Chef Walter Cooking School page. And of course, subscribe to this podcast, Flavors and Knowledge, which is offered at your preferred platforms. Lastly, hey, if you're cooking as much as I do, always keep your eyes on the fire. Eh? We'll chat with you next time, and thanks for listening. Ciao, ciao.
Flavors and Knowledge is brought to you by Chef Walter's Cooking School in Cranston, Rhode Island. For classes, workshops, events, and programs, please visit our website at chefwalterscookingschool.com. For all other services offered by Chef Walter's Food Group, check out our main website, chefwalter.com.